Do you know what you had to have for the box there? Howdy, y'all. Welcome back to Neat Junk. Today we're deep in the heart of the Naugatuck Valley in Ansonia, Connecticut, as a matter of fact. And we're gonna see if we can find any treasures at this estate sale. And I say that loosely because it's really just a glorified junk store that is hopefully open right now. I mean, they did advertise that it should be open, so let's find out. I'm getting a feeling that I'm not going to be able to get in, but I see somebody back there. I see the sign on the thing. Let me see if I can knock, maybe. Estate sale 10 to 4. So, all right, well, I'll come back to you guys. All right, we're in. Well, I'm definitely interested. Do you know what you had to have for the box there?
I'll do 250.
250. All right, let me just go through it one more time and just see if I can make that happen for you.
Yeah.
All right, so maybe a deal can be made after all. We're gonna try to just make a bundle and see what happens, because I don't know. Bay City rollers, Bay City. If I took all three of those, I could probably make a lot. So yeah, she showed me postcards as well, and it's a lot of stuff that I don't really think will move for me. Maybe do a haul video if I end up getting anything, or I'll let you know. All right, y'all. Well, we bought some stuff and we're about to go through it all. I'm very excited because we came to an agreement. I got a whole crate full of ephemera here, and this alone will pay for everything. But I'm excited because I think in total we did pretty good. I paid $300 for the records, all this paper stuff. And basically what I'm thinking is, like, she was at $250 when she started for this whole lot of records. And the more I kept adding, the more I kept kind of talking her down, and we eventually came to a number. And it was one that I couldn't say no to, especially when you got records such as this. I don't know if I'm going to keep this one because honestly, it's in such perfect condition. I just have to see what pressing it is. But y'all, I mean, for the most part, all these records are in pretty damn good shape. So we're just gonna have to go one by one and see what we got here. I sell full-time on eBay and also at an antique booth. So a lot of the records, such as the Clash here, will go into our antique booth. We're gonna open this one up and see how the condition is on this Clash LP. I'm not sure of any of the pressings yet, you know what I mean? Because I haven't really checked, but if we look at that there, we'll see pretty nice condition overall. I'm not going to complain there. I'm just going to try to shut it without dropping my camera, and we're going to kind of put it here for now, just to get out of the way. A lot of these are in okay shape. I mean, we got some like splitting on this one. It's kind of a weird weird LP here, but you know, cool stuff. And I did check, for example, some of the Pink Floyd, like this one, for example, is not good condition, the LP itself. And that was one of my arguing points of why I should get the lot cheaper, basically, because I was like, even the Pink Floyds are scratched. But I mean, you got Police in here. This has the 45 inside, I'm pretty sure. Usually when I'm buying LPs and collections and stuff, I'm not really taking my time. I don't really have to think much. I just kind of buy blindly because the deals are so good. But today, it was a mixture, y'all. I mean, we got Herb Alpert in there mixed with Yes, mixed with Barbara. And we all know that Barbara's a tough sell, even in perfect condition. But stuff like this, as long as it's in okay condition, Quadrophenia, that should go in our antique booth, and we should move it pretty well. Louis Armstrong, I mean, not a huge collector's market unless it's great condition. There's a lot of Bowie in here, though. And when I say a lot, I mean 4 or 5 LPs. But still, you can't really go wrong. And I'm thinking I paid, like I said, $150 for the records, if you kind of round it out to that. Because with all the ephemera stuff, I'm thinking that if I was to leave there and have my bottom dollar at $150, she would have probably accepted it. Without the ephemera and stuff. But we'll go through the ephemera a little bit and just see what we got there. Got a random sleeve here. The Whispers, not very exciting. This was cool. I like the way that this looked because I don't think I've ever seen this LP before. At least, I'm not sure if it's a, like, sort of, what's it called? This is not a, it doesn't look like a bootleg, but it kind of gives me that bootleg vibe, even though it has sort of official looking stuff there. So I'm excited to listen to that. Actually, what tracks are on this one? Because I do have a Doors collection, and this might have to belong in there, but it's like such a basic kind of like non-rarities, what's it called, track list, that I'm not really too attached to that. And I hope y'all are enjoying this video so far. I have a couple other, what's it called, record hauls that I've uploaded over the past couple weeks, and people have been enjoying them. Of course, you get the haters as well, which I don't mind. You know, bring it on. You know, show me your worst, I guess. You know what I mean? I'm not really familiar with this. I did not look this one up, Gang of Four Entertainment. So I'm excited to see what that's all about. Here's a classic. That one will move in the booth pretty well. David Bowie, another classic here. So I'm excited to like just restock our booth soon with a bunch of Bowie, a bunch of Pink Floyd. I mean, I don't love the ring wear necessarily. Who does? But I checked the condition on this one specifically, and it's good. It's good. Another Bowie, early Bowie. I'm not sure if I have this one, and if I don't, hey, this might have to go in the collection. I'm not really totally sure yet, but I do love to see it. And we got a Clash record here. And when I say record, I'm thinking it's a 3 LP based on the weight. Yep. And hopefully it's all good condition. Another good booth record there. The Who by Numbers. I'm not really the biggest Who fan, I'm not gonna lie. I know, I mean, they're huge. What can I say? They're the freaking Who, but people love them. Wasn't familiar with her. I mean, I had to look her up when I was there. It's about a $10 record, maybe on a good day. Another Bowie. Can't go wrong here. I mean, maybe I can. Hey, I spent, like I said, roughly $150 on this lot, so y'all can tell me how I did. I'm just thinking, with our antique booth, all this stuff moves very well for us. And well, by the way, I should just say we're at a cemetery right now. Just take a little break. Down there is the Naugatuck River. You can't really see it from here, but you got the highway, and yeah, we took a little break from the sun today because I was gonna go skateboarding, but I'm thinking I gotta just chill, look at these records we got, and just think what a beautiful country we live in. Because it's like the land of abundance, right? America. Who's next? More Who. Can't really go wrong with the Who, I'm saying. I mean, well, you can if it's in crap condition. Let's check this, because I honestly, when I get Who records like this, they're always shot. And that is looking pretty good for a Who record, so I'm always happy to see that. Billy Joel. We have more Billy Joel over here that I bought. In the rest of the shop, they had more of like zones with a few records out there. But she said that this box had just come in, and this lady, I mean, she's tough, man. She's a classic estate sale dealer. She's been around in terms of the old reselling stuff. Like, you know, she sells stuff online too, but all through auction websites. This is an uncommon LP right here. It sells, not for a crazy amount, but it sells. So yeah, I was just happy to come to a deal with her, because at first, I don't know if I'm going to include the clip of like me, you know, talking to her and her, you know, trying to come up with a price. But at first she was looking for $250 for just this box. And I'm thinking, oof, you got to go through this box to see if there's anything worth, you know, anything close to that. But I love records, and it's like, I'm thinking, if I don't sell a single record out of here, which I will, because we sell full-time on eBay and our prices are realistic. Now I have never mind the Bolex record, and I have all this ephemera, and I have just like so much stuff to go through for eBay in here that it made it all worth it, y'all. I'm telling you, this is gonna pay for all of it. And if you know ephemera, you know how it is, y'all. I mean, one piece in here could be worth $300 like I paid. I'm not thinking any of these records are worth that, don't get me wrong. I didn't look this one up, but I like the cover. It's gonna be a fun listen, I'm pretty sure. More Hall & Oates. Little glistening cover there. Fleetwood Mac Rumors. As long as the condition's good, this is like a $20, $30 record in our antique booth all day long. So I'm not gonna open it up too much just to not get my freaking lifestyle all dirty. We have like, what's it called? Like 4 or 5 copies of this just in queue at all times, because we find it so often and it sells so well for us at our antique booth. It's probably our #1 selling record there. Coming down to the wire here, we have a few 45s here on the bottom. That's fun right there. That's a good antique booth record. What is this? What am I even seeing? Steven Spielberg, The Punsters. Is this even... You tell me, what am I even looking at right there? Bob Seger, Night Moves, Van Morrison, Moon Dance. So yeah, I mean, we have a few more here, but I'm thinking, y'all, I'm happy with the purchase. I can't wait to go home and see, you know, what's worth what, specifically, what we're keeping. This is gonna be tough, because I know this is like a $50 record in our antique booth all day. It's just that I don't have one, and you only live once, so we'll see about that. Billy Joel, Nylon Curtain in the shrink. I mean, it's hard to say no. It's hard not to add that to the pile when I just sell Billy Joel in the shrink all day on eBay. And then finally, we have a couple Bay City Roller LPs here. If you sell LPs, you know that there's nothing here in terms of value except when you lot it up. You have 10 or 15 bucks there, if you're willing to do such a thing. And yeah, y'all, that pretty much wraps up the records. We'll go through a little bit of the ephemera just to show you like what I'm working with here, because it does a lot of it does sell well for us on eBay, and it's kind of fun to look at, to be honest. And like, what better place to look at, you know, antique photos and stuff than a cemetery, right? So we'll make little piles here. I want to see some more historic stuff. There's a lot more like very old stuff like on the bottom there. Like, I love that stuff right there. The old trade cards. This was kind of like the weird part of the deal too, where this was the last stuff we added, was all this postcard ephemera stuff. I'll put it right here for now, and hopefully y'all can learn a thing or two. I mean, for example, like stuff like this, as long as there's none listed on eBay, you can get okay money for it. You know what I mean? It's just that you have to research and stuff and do the shipping, you know, it's the same thing with any niche. But this right here, I could tell it's good because it's a real photo. So yeah, we got a bunch of postcards and a bunch of various ephemera and stuff. And you could tell this is all very old stuff, like early 1900s, basically. Like, they fit right in here. You know what I mean? With this pair. But, so we have a bunch of these kind of photos as well. They're called cabinet cards and CDVs. The cabinet cards are the kind of bigger ones like this, where they show like the place, the photographer, studio, and they have usually portraits. Some of them can be pretty spooky. And then the old CDVs, I'm trying to find one. This is more of a CDV size and style, where it's smaller and if you know, you know. Maybe you're learning something right now, but make sure to hit that like and subscribe, because I do all this kind of stuff as well. Like, I have a couple videos where I show off the ephemera stuff, so definitely fun if you're a full-time eBay freak such as myself. And yeah, there's a lot in here. We got 2 photo album books full of pictures like this, and like I said, if you know, you know. It's not like I showed anything, you know, crazy in terms of like the ephemera stuff on camera, but who knows? Like I said, all it takes is one piece in here, 1 or 2 pieces maybe. And yeah, y'all, it's been a fun little neat junk episode. Let me know what you think. Let me know if I just wasted $300 on a bunch of neat junk. Peace out, y'all.